Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Pseudo, Prior, Das Übergrips. How are you all? We are back. We're back with some Oni. I have basically played about 10 cycles offline. I think I went from 1280 to 1290. And basically done a load of sweeping. So today we're going to carry on from that point, basically. I didn't do very much. I put in a few liquid locks here and there, because obviously we'd done one over here, so I thought, oh, balls to it. Whilst I'm just watching them sweep, I'll do some liquid locks. So I've now locked up most of the base with our sexy 3-tiered liquid locks, which is kind of nice. It was a bit tricky up here, because I couldn't put a pump in. Because of these tiles, I couldn't put my top tier of liquid in, so I had to drop it down a little bit. But I quite like the look of it. I think it's kind of nice. Basically just done a load of sweeping from around the base, tidied up a lot of the debris that was kicking around. There's been a few more bits dropped since then, but as I say, just running for about 10 cycles off the stream just to get things going a little bit. Mont, good evening. Red Gnome, Sordid, Mex, Talk to, how are you? Is so resisting saying wobbly goth dildo, yes. We can't go straight to the wobbly goth dildos this early on, Prior. I mean, come on, it's right at the beginning of the stream. In terms of other stuff, I did launch a couple of rockets. They're in orbit. They may come back. They may come back in fully form. They may not. I don't know. But yeah, I've not really done anything else up here. Our gassy moves still seem to be ticking on okay. Although these ones, they've got 50 cycles in them yet. The room itself seems to be pretty chill. We're down to minus 40 odd in the room, so it is starting to cool off a bit better now. The hydrogen in these chambers is now at like minus 50, minus 40 odd, so this should all be nice and cool. And we've got quite a bit of chlorine backed up now too, which is nice. Still not done anything with the shove voles. As I say, basically all I did was do a load of sweeping between streams. I did let my inmates out, but they caused a massive nightmare with my exosuits. Like this guy's going to run into the base and probably put an exosuit on and troll me. So I think I might need to put my airlocks back in to stop them derping around. Probably don't blame me for that one, Life. What do you mean? Camo, how are you, bud? How's it going? Yeah, so I think I need to just slap some airlocks in first thing I'm going to do now, just so I can restrict the access again. As much as it's annoying to have to put airlocks in front of, you know, liquid locks, I'm just going to bang them in here. I don't really want to do this, but it means that I can then stop my little inmate boys from running rampant. Can't really do that here, can I? Yeah, we'll just do that. Because I kind of want my inmates to be able to come back into the colony and do a bit of cooking and sweeping and all that good stuff. But I don't really want them to be putting on exosuits and being dicks. I probably should have the doors. No, they won't path through here if there's a door there, that's fine. Oh, you said it's too early for that. Oh, sorry, did I? I meant pseudo, sorry. I meant pseudo. So yeah, basically that's where we're up to. The base is still ticking over as it is. We've got plenty of food cooked up. We've got loads of meat ready to be cooked when we get some more pinch peppers going. Got plenty of odds and sods. We've got a few omelettes. I did start cooking up a few critter eggs, or not so much cooking them, but just smashing some, just to get us a bit more lime on the go. Trees, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I just started smashing up a few eggs just manually. Every now and again I'd bang another 6 through here or something. Because we've got quite a surplus of stone hatch eggs. And also wrangling them to get their numbers back up. Because I think we had a bit of a mass dying off for a while. Which is fine. So today what I want to do, we'll probably keep launching rockets, but we'll just keep firing them off. And, you know, they'll sort of come back when they're ready. I did have a weird bug. And I'm just going to show you over here. I did have a weird bug. I posted a picture in Discord. It was this door here and these 2 solar panels. One of my steel doors went to 3,000 degrees. Yeah. Don't know why, but basically it melted. I melted all the wiring and all of this stuff and dropped down here in liquid form and melted these solar panels, and they blew up. They went to like maybe 1,500 degrees. I didn't know what had happened to begin with, so I had to load back a couple of cycles. But this one bunker door, all of a sudden went crazy temperatures. Like, I think it was like 2,800 degrees or something stupid. So I had to rebuild these, rebuild a bit of automation wire, because the automation wire is normally the first thing to go, and then just put in a new door. So that's why I've got a door here that's much much cooler than the rest. So yeah, I just thought I'd explain what that was. Bit of a weird bug, I don't know what caused it, but meh. We're still taking a bit of damage up here, but I think it's just going to happen. I need to just not be looking at the space biome, to be honest. But everything else up here seems to be fine. The rockets are going to come and go, as I say. We'll just fuel them up when they get back and send them on their way again. I'm not making any more liquid oxygen or liquid hydrogen at the minute. This is just chilling. We've got plenty up here. So yeah, that's basically it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let my dupes carry on doing a bit more of this sweeping stuff. They're also farming away up here. This room's starting to warm up, but again, because it's chlorine, it's taking a good while with just one space heater. So eventually this will all warm up. And I was debating preheating the water a little bit as well, because it's coming in as cold water, which is trolling me. So I might try and warm this water up a little bit as well, if I can be bothered. I've also been doing a little bit of tidying up in terms of like ripping out some of this old piping and the old wiring that was behind it. If my game wakes up. Yeah, we had like a load of wiring and stuff down here from when we had a pump. So I've been tidying up some of this gubbins and digging out some of this slime that we've had around here as well. So the base is starting to it's starting to become a finished base, really. The only thing I could do now is do lots of conveyor rails and sweeper arms and sort out like a sorting system and finish off this prison and stuff, and get some petroleum power as well. I'd like to get some petroleum power up today. I'm thinking what I'll probably do is make a petroleum boiler here, and then petroleum gens and petroleum gens. So I think that's what we're going to do. Mick, how are you, buddy? How's it going? How the devil goes it? But yeah, in terms of the base, I mean, we're pretty solid now. I need to collect a load of these other pools of oil and stuff from down here, but that's not exactly urgent. I've still got plenty of oil. And we've already got quite a buffer of petroleum as well from our refineries that have been making us petroleum. Obviously, they're not making it very efficiently, so I'm probably going to stop feeding them additional crude oil and just boil it ourselves instead. So I'll probably do that now, actually. We'll get this pipe nipped off just here. Let's just turn this feed off for a second. So I think it's this one. So yeah, that's about it really. I'd say just 10 cycles between the stream and now. And realistically, it was all just sweeping. Didn't really get much done because I did a high priority sweep, so everybody started sweeping. So. Oh, I also ripped out a couple of reservoirs we had down here. We didn't need them anymore, so they've gone. I'm trying to think, just odds and sods really, guys. Just little bits and bobs that I've probably looked at 100 times and thought, I'll fix that later. And then just never fixed it. I could probably remove a lot of these bridges and stuff now and tidy this stuff up as well. So yeah, let's get rid of some of these now, in fact. We'll do all these little individual odds and sods with priority 9, as ever, just because I want them to be done right this second. So why is this potentially the finale? I don't think there's all that much left to be done, really, Pseudo. I mean, all we'd really be doing is repeatedly grinding space a bit more, which we can do if you guys want to do that, but there's only so many times you can launch and wait for a feckin' rocket, do you know what I mean? So it comes to the point where I'm like, space is a little bit, I mean, it's handy, but it's not exactly the main focus of the game, really, is it? It gets a little bit boring just waiting for rockets coming back. We can put 2 more rockets in, we can plumb them in with our piping, that's not a big deal. We can keep farming insulate and make all our pipes perfectly insulated, or as close as damn it. I just don't really, I don't know if it'll be all that interesting for you guys, to be honest, that's all I was thinking. I have to destroy this little bit of debris. That's fair enough. Is there any other build you'd like to get into this base before the end? It's more what we need. We don't really need anything else, really. I mean, the amount of petroleum we've already got stored up would arguably last petroleum gens for a very long time. I was only going to set up a petroleum build so that it's like a complete setup, you know. I don't really like leaving things that aren't sustainable or eventually will run out. I also would like to get the polluted water supply and some more carbon dioxide as well, so it's kind of a twofold thing. Go to the last planet. We can do. I mean, I can rip apart one of these rockets and do that straight away. We've already got enough engines in. We just knock the cargo bays out and throw in a few research modules, which weigh a lot less, and away we go. We can do that if you want. The only problem is we'll have to get it done as soon as possible because it takes a long time for them to get round. So I think this guy's actually coming back with some more gassy boys. So what I'll probably do before I forget is get this done now. Yeah, let's enable this. And I'll put some automation on here as well. Gold, no. And then as soon as they're ejected, we can try and wrangle them straight away, or capture them straight away. A little bit of tungsten. And a hydrosensor, because reasons. And then you need to be connected back up as well. Oh, it's a daisy. And we'll open you and we'll get you done as well. Glitched, how's it going, buddy? I don't know if the planets' resources and ratios are randomized. I think they are pseudo, yeah. Because I mean, I've had on 2 playthroughs now. I've had fullerene in my earliest asteroids, like within either 20 kilometers or something. And some people have been reporting that they can't get it. So I'm assuming it must be a little bit random. I'm assuming it must be. My pipe's being a dick again, guys. Let me just refill it. Tweak the coil. Honestly, how are you, bud? Gimme, gimme, gimme. So it's saying awaiting bay. There we go. I feel like you barely had any fossil. I mean, have you dug out all your oil biome, Azarus? Have you used a lot of steel for other stuff? I mean, I sort of felt the same until I started strip mining a little bit. I suppose, again, because it's slightly random, you run the risk of potentially not having all that much. And sometimes you might have shitloads. I don't quite know what the average amount that you're meant to get. You know, I've not heard many people talking about the world gen. Sorry, the world gen numbers. But I think you should probably have enough to sort the surface out. How's it going, Weasel? How are you, bud? Alright. So I'm just going to toggle this off. How much slime's in this? Yeah. We'll toggle this off for a second. And we'll wait till our moo boys come back, which should be fairly soon. 0.3 cycles. I think our other one's getting some Weezewarts, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. Oh, it's going to get us isoresin. That's what it's doing. I'm very well, thank you, bud. Very well. Nerd Rage, how are you, mate? How's it going? Oh, let me just check. Did I update the quote log? Do I need to update the quote log? There we go. Should all be updated now. So, we should have our rocket coming back soon. One other thing I did notice when I was tinkering around sweeping, I need to put conveyor loaders in for where my hatches are, because every day there's another few bits of meat cracking out of eggs, or so my hatches are running, my dupes are running back and forth constantly, trying to... I can't move my cursor off the screen. Trying to wrangle bits of meat. I'll have a look in a second, Jellybear. What is this? What have you done? Come on, Rocket. I've probably got an inmate stuck here. Yeah, I need to get my inmates stuck back in the prison because what they keep doing is getting a double Atmos suit delivered here. And I really don't want that to happen. I don't know why it keeps happening. But yeah. We'll get that swept up. Where is my Rocket? I kind of want to know if it's going to come back busted. Rocket? Ah, fuck's sake. It's coming back busted. Ah, this fucking game. This fucking game. Why? Well, I guess there's no more gassy moves for us, guys. No more gassy moves. How are you, Neuro? How's it going, bud? Right, guys, I'm not paying for this again. This keeps happening to us. I'm gonna just I'm gonna cheat in a rocket. I'm sorry, but I'm not having this constantly. It's doing me fucking head in. Fuck's sake. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll cheat in what we lost because of this stupid save and load bug, and I'll build the rest of the components myself. So we would have had liquid tanks. No, it would have been oxidizer tank at the bottom, wouldn't it? And then 2 or 3 liquid tanks. 2, isn't it? 2 liquid tanks. And then what I'll do, these were biological bays. I'll pop them in and then delete them. I don't know why I got rid of the capsule, to be honest, but whatever. I'll get rid of these, and then we'll just take the steel from these, if you like. So yeah, I'll turn that off now, guys. I'm sorry for the little cheats, but space is buggy as fuck. Alright, there's not much we can do about that, and I'm sick of losing tons of steel, because Clay can't sort their lives out and fix the game. Did you save and load while I was away? Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's exactly it. Free rocket parts, yeah. Did it delete the rest of the ship? It did, Pseudo. It happens a lot. If you have a rocket that's in space, and you save and load whilst it's away, chances are when you load your game up, not every time, but sometimes, you'll come back to just a capsule. Yeah, so I'm not losing that steel. We've already lost like 5 tons because of it, so I've had enough of it. So let's get this rebuilt now. And let's decide what we're going to need. So what I might do is go to the Oni Assistant a second. So if we just go to that with the browser. So if we take off these cargo bays and instead put a couple of research modules on, look how far we can go. Now that's with 3 liquid tanks, isn't it? So if we move that down a little bit, we can still go 131,000 meters. Now, if I just go back to the game, oops, a daisy. Jesus, moved me all over the place. If I go back to the game, that'll take us to here. So we can go to one of these furthest reaching planets if we want, just to see what's there. We don't need oxygen or methane or ice or any of that shit. We don't need natural gas or hydrogen. That's the thing, we don't need a lot of these materials, so we'll go there just to research them. How about that? And then if we want to do a cargo trip there, we can do. So we'll need to do like 7... Is it 7 research things that we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we can still get away with that. 7 plus 1800 fuel. It's going to be a big boy. So we'll do that. 2 liquid tanks, 1 oxidizer tank. Rocket. Well, that's a big bug, considering that ideally a rocket's only be docked for a cycle or so before they get sent away for multiple cycles. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, these faraway trips are going to take some time, so let's start getting this done now. I'm going to need a lot of these bastards, so yeah, let's get this done now. We'll do this with a priority 9. Hopefully they'll just come up here, and if I can get 1 dupe to keep building with the steel that's here. What is the purple destination in the star map? I haven't seen... I don't have any. Why don't I have purple destinations? These top ones can vary. So sometimes you'll have like a red one up here. I've got gas giants. I've got 3 of them, which is kind of unlucky. On my single player game, I've got a magma. I've got magma planets and 1 gas giant. So it's just the luck of the draw, really. I don't have a way of getting magma from space on this map, which is fucking dumb, really. Maybe it's changed because obviously we started this on the pre-release. Don't forget. I'd like to think that everybody's star map gives them the same opportunities, but just randomized slightly. So, like, say I had a build that was based on magma. There are places you can go to get magma as a liquid and bring it back. But I don't have that stuff. So, what happens when you bring back magma? You bring it back in liquid form, nerd, and you have to move it very quickly, I think. You have 3 chlorine guys with 1 natural gas and no gold volcano. Great seed. What else have you got, though, Jellybear? I mean, I've got 2 chlorine geysers. What else have you got? You must have something else. There must be something redeeming about your save. Surely. Alright, let's go to speed 3 for a bit. We'll get this rebuilt. My jetpack boy should be able to get up here and do this, no problem. So. There we go. So if I can keep this same jetpack dupe here, we'll probably keep just building more and more of these modules. We'll do 7. We'll send a big boy off, and as I say, we'll research the farthest reaching planet. Harry? Harry! No, don't do that. Don't do that. Why are you taking the steel to there? Build this. Yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, I can turn the laws off. Fucking hell. Son of a bitch. Son of a big bitch. So, whilst I'm doing this, what I'm going to do is map out what I want to build down here, because my other dupes could be cracking on with this. And I also need to figure out my access for my exosuits, which is probably going to get a few boys stuck, I would think. So, I want to make all my inmates not able to go out here again. Excuse me. So, unfortunately, we can't copy door access rights. So we're just going to have to do this manually a sec. That's that one done. No. There's a little bit of lag on these airlocks, by the way, guys, even though I'm paused. So I've got quite a few doors now with access rights scattered around the base. It's a little bit annoying, but whatever. Ah, shit. I've locked this door. Cross, how's it going, buddy? How the devil goes it? I should still be able to do access, I think, so that is fine. Is that all of them? And then this last one up here. And again, I shouldn't have ripped out the doors that we already had here, in fairness, but I was putting the liquid locks in. I thought, nah, I'll deal with it later. It's fine. And I wanted to get the liquid locks done. It'll give us a bit of, more pressure in the base. Not that we need it, like, but oxygen will still be able to come out the bottom because I'm going to leave these airflow tiles here, as well as like carbon dioxide and stuff as well. So that should be fine. I'm probably going to get some dupes that can't get home now, but that's fine. Cunny, how are you, buddy? What are we working on today? We're about to start working on a petroleum build, I think. A petroleum boiler. That is the plan, I think. Now, because I've got my doors after these Atmo suits, I still might have a problem with my old inmates trying to go out, putting on a suit, doing something here and then going back in, but I should be okay, I think. I've only got one suit in here, so that should be fine. So yeah, I'll lay out the idea of the petroleum build in a minute. Oh, my door's starting to cook again. Might need to drywall this and actually cool this off a little bit. Because we're getting tiny amounts of carbon dioxide and it just cooks things straight away. Oh, what's this? This is like 100-degree carbon dioxide here. Yeah, I think I might drywall this a little bit. We'll just do it with an 8. And get some of this done. Probably can't reach all this stuff, but that's fine. At least then if we have more carbon dioxide here, it should be higher pressure, and we can probably then run a bit of piping through it or something. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Lovely. So yeah, what I was thinking was, we've got this space down here and I'm not really doing jack shit with it at the minute. So I would like to do a boiler down here. So I think I might leave a couple of spaces, and then this is going to be the space I've got to work with. Alright. And I'd probably like it to be double skinned as well. And then all we're going to want, I'm going to do the build that I did for the YouTube video and see if we can make it nice and tidy. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room in here, but we'll soon find out. I need this to be too wide, don't I? And make a nice door, make it out of wolframite. It doesn't need to be wolframite, but just for ease. And then you. And then I'm probably just going to do this with one aqua tuner, I think. It doesn't need to be 2. We'll do it with just 1. Because the idea is that my all being well, let's see, how can I do this? It's going to be a little bit more compact, this build. All being well, my my petroleum generators won't be running all the time. So maybe we could do it like that. That wouldn't be too bad. And then we'd have aqua tuner here. Day 5 asking for a rocket column running the entire height of the world to power a steam turbine mega build. Jesus. Missed a bit. Is this a petrol cooker? Yeah, I was going to try and make a smaller version of the YouTube build. That was the plan. This will probably need to be thermium. Ooh. Ooh. Need to make some more thermium. I think that's what I'll do. We do not have much tungsten. We do not have much wolframite either. But that'll be okay. Let's just leave this as a 1 for now whilst I've finished figuring this out. IDNH. What's that? What's that, Wachunga? 2 cool steam, 1 hydrogen vent, 1 natural gas, 3 glowing geysers, 1 volcano, 1 iron volcano, 1 water geyser. Jalabear, that sounds like a decent. That sounds decent to me, mate. The water geyser on itself is pretty solid. Or geyser. Volcano for extreme heat and stuff. Probably do a nice steam build off that. Loads of power. An iron volcano, more power. Just slap steam turbines above all your volcanoes and you've got a really nice save. Got water geyser to feed it. 3 ATNs as far as possible from each other, and now I've discovered I don't have a single gas giant on the star map. Pretty hardcore seed I got there. I would say the opposite. It sounds like you got a great seed. Fuck the gas giants, who cares? Insert derpy name here. I see. Jesus. Isn't Iron Volcano by default in every seed? No. You can get seeds where you've not got a single metal volcano at all. This is going to bust. I don't want to replace these with something that can take the heat. I'm gonna have to, aren't I? It's gonna get too warm up here. Oh, it's annoying. It's annoying. Now, Latch, how's it going, buddy? What do you know? Gold will probably be fine. Yeah, we'll just do these out of gold. I was trying to avoid ripping the doors out because I'm lazy and don't want to fuck about with the things. Now I need to make sure my jetpacks don't come out of here for a bit. So, let's not disable. No, I'll just manually do it. Yeah, exactly, sorted. That's what I'm worried about. How the fuck are you supposed to make steel if you don't have an iron volcano, for fuck's sake? Asteroids, Jalabear. I mean, you get enough iron on your map anyway. I mean, I've still got 31 tons of iron ore, and I've been making steel the entire game. But asteroids, I mean, look. If we mouse over our iron, we've got 44 tons of it. You see all these? All these little blocks? They're from the sky. Sky iron. Skyin. You know? So I think the idea is that you break into space a little bit at a time, you know, and if you make yourself like a little canopy to get up there, you can start getting some of that iron. That's what we did anyway, made like a little roof to start with, and then up you go. Up you pop. Right. I need to keep an eye on this, so let me just get a few more of these research modules done every time I can, and then we'll get these doors in. Oh, for fuck's sake, I didn't want to do that. Do this. Need a lot of steel before you start getting refined metals from the sky. No, not really. You can literally just... I mean, if you've got a place where you know, it's starting to break through, like let's say this was, well, this is kind of unadulterated. This is what happened with our asteroids. All I would do is I would go up here with a ladder, and I'd make a little roof, and I'd start collecting my steel, my iron. I think we've probably collected a lot of our iron because we've been using it for building stuff, but you would, you know, if you didn't have this bunkered off, all this iron would be down here. So all you do, make yourself a little chute, put 4 or 5 tiles of bunker tile in there, and crack on with it. Yeah, you can make, you know, you can waste a bit of iron ore to begin with. I mean, Jesus. Right, so, hold on a sec. Yeah, this is not what I want to happen. Yeah. I don't want any jetpack boys going through here. Gossman, I swear to shit. Just go home. No! Should we disable these? Yeah, we'll just disable these for a minute. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you bastards do it. Stop putting suits on. Go home. Go home. Does this not stop them equipping them? Oh, I thought it would for sure. Jesus. Get out of here. Alright, we've got windows in. So who did I want up here in jet suits? Should we change it? Should we give some other people time in jet suits? Why not?